Hello everybody and welcome to Jet TV. This is part 7 of my Lizardmen playthrough as Kroq-Gar on Warhammer Total War 2, if you haven't guessed that from looking at it and the title. So obviously I've got all side down here now, and we are just finishing off, if you've not been with us, we are just finishing off for Skaven, who have just pushed up into Zlatlan, which is now a ruins, which I suspect is probably actually going to be a another Skaven city, because they can pretend to be ruins. You don't see them until you explore them. And obviously we have a lord coming down here, led by Alchemist Spark, which is a really cool name to attack this army, which just took out Uatek in a not particularly pretty fight, if I'm honest. I didn't have a good battle there, as I'm sure you remember from last time. At this point, I believe it is about the end of turn, which I should have probably done before I started this. But let's just check what I can build. Let's get my economy buildings going up, because they're the most important thing for me. And let's end my turn there. So next turn I'm going to push forwards, and then I need to work out how I'm going to consolidate. Am I going to go and attack the two Lizardmen factions up here? I might even be able to confederate with them, and then am I going to push up into the deserts? Oh, we have Kroq asking the peace again. I'm not going to be accepting it this time. We did have an uneasy truce with him earlier, so he did also pay me a lot of money for it. Right, these guys are probably going to be going for another non-aggression pact, which I'm gonna say no to. And I don't want a military alliance with them, because I might be going to squish them soon. I don't actually want to give them military access. At some point I'm possibly going to have to go to war with them, so... Ooh, the Saucy Bard! So that's giving me a bit of extra public order there. Do we have any ruins or any things around here we can see? Right, I'm going to go up. I'm not going to go directly up to Lothan, because they don't like me, because I sent an intervention army which got mullered against them. So let's have a look what I can do here. I'm going to up this guy straight up. That'll help with my public order, and straight onto growth here. Yeah, straight into growth here to get this province growing. And I think we need to go and squidge some Skaven. Okay, so they've run away from me. Right, I'm going down this set of text now, because this gives me campaign movement range long run, which is really good. A little bit of extra leadership is always useful as well, though as Lizardmen you have great leadership, so that's not a huge issue. I don't think there's much else I can be building at the moment. What do I want to build here? It's a relatively secure location. This does give me tech. Scrying pool. Which set of text does the scrying pool? So actually I do need a scrying pool, though it's a bit of a waste. It's not something I'm really going to use anywhere. It's nice, but... I'm just going to pop it here just to get the technologies. Once I've got the technologies I might even drop it. I'm going to grab the lodestone, because that ups my income in the region. Actually no, I'm not going to put that there just yet. Because I want to really keep pushing out my economy. And that's the end of turn. So they appear to be running back to Zlatlan, where I think I'm going to have a bit of a fight on my hands, which will be good. I want a bit of a good fight.
The foul scent of vermin permeates this place, my lord. Do not risk the undermining of your rule by the Skaven. Take step.
Okay, so do have public order issues down here in this region, which will start going away. We're losing one per term. We've got a lot of corruption here, so can any of these guys actually some of these hero classes can cleanse corruption, but he doesn't have it unlocked. That's okay for the time being. Once I've taken Zlatlan, I can always reconsolidate. I've got enough money to recruit a lord here, just to keep it covered. Confident, weapon strength, leadership. I don't really need leadership. That's nice. But I want the weapon strength more because I always forget to equip weapons. And I completed the campaign for doing that. And that doesn't really help a huge amount though. Let's just throw him some skinks. Just so he's got a bit of an army down there, which will help my public order a bit. And let's start chasing down these Skaven. I want to finish off clan wars once and for all. Right, so these guys don't particularly like me, and they have killed off the other guys. So I think it's going to be Confederate or die.
Valiant Lord. The laws of chivalry demand... Absolutely not.
So let's see. Nobody else I can really get trade agreements with at the moment. And those guys above us, it's definitely going to be Confederate or die now.
Your kind are not worthy of a meeting with
so
the
these
Phoenix
guys aren't
King.
particularly friendly with me either. I've got a feeling all the elves are going to be like that. Right, so end turn. Next turn we will finish off the Skaven. Okay, so these guys are, let me guess, asking for peace again? No, I'm not accepting. Oh, where is Kroq going? He's trying to get around behind me. Now, do I chase him, or do I let him run off into the jungles and maybe attack these guys? The issue is if he runs behind me. What is he Orion doing up here? Other than getting his butt kicked around the place by orcs, from the looks of it. So Naggarond have started their ritual, and the Night Elves have, and Skaven are behind, probably because I've been kicking them around the map. We're not actually at war with them, so I probably should chase down Kroq. Because I don't want his army getting behind me, but he's not going to accept... Oh! I'm going to fight... Let's have a look. I am going to fight this one simply because it's going to be a fun massacre of all the rats. And I've not been fighting enough battles yet, so I wouldn't usually... I'd probably usually auto-resolve this, but because we've not been fighting many battles in this campaign, I think I could do with a nice crunch, a nice massacre of Skaven. So far my army is I've mostly kept it to hand units rather than spears, because I've been fighting the Skaven. As you can see, they're all straightforward infantry units, so they're not actually that... I don't need to be dealing with monstrous units yet. If I'd let them stay around for longer, they'd have probably started getting a few in. Now what I have to be careful of is my Kroq-Gars and my cold ones here, because they do have quite a lot of spears, and while all of my spear units can probably smash into their spear units and deal with them, they do have a lot of them, so if they pin them with a few I might be in trouble, but I don't think I've got a huge amount to worry about here. But I don't have anything to worry about here. This is going to be a complete massacre. Nice amount of magic, so let's start deployment. I'm going to split into two and envelop them. So we have Kroq-Gar on the left and Tommen on the right. Tommen can have the blessed spawns. Kroq-Gar can have these. Tommen can also get one extra. Which means he only gets one unit of spears. I'll pop them in the middle. And Kroq-Gar will have 2 units of spears. I'm going to keep my mage with Kroq-Gar. These guys, I'm going to send the spears on one side and the melee on the other. And the Kroq-Gars can stay over here. Right. So let's just move my 2 forces forwards. Are they charging me? Oh wow, they are. Okay, in which case, we might do this a bit differently. Let's get my mage up here. Oh, some of them are pulling round now. Oh, this is interesting. I'm just going to get these guys straight down and in. Now this looks like a good place for a vortex spell. I'm just going to charge in. There's no subtlety here, this is just smashing into them. Let's get these guys out of sight, let's get these guys engaged, and let's get a comet down. Right. Oh, come on. Oh no, it's gonna miss. They do try and get out of the way, which does actually work some of the time for them. Get these guys around the back of the Skaven slingers. I think we've got this nicely under control. Just giving these guys a bit more speed. Oh, they could actually use some support. They're getting a bit overwhelmed there. Is the problem. You do get rather overwhelmed with Skavens. There's lots of them, and I've not played particularly carefully this battle. Some of my units have gone out of control simply because I've not been paying attention. I've just been throwing them into this to oh yeah, let's get my heroes, my leaders up against Kroq here. I think we've got this. Now it's just a matter of keeping the pressure on to keep them breaking. My two leaders will deal with Kroq nicely. As you can see, my units which are out of control, they're just chasing. Which at this point of the battle is not bad. I just need to completely break, and there it goes. This is over. Let's get one more wind spell off before we finish this. And let's end on that. Not the prettiest battle on my part, but it didn't really need to be. I lost 72 people there. So, I got myself a nice achievement. Vanguardian. So I did take a few more losses on some of these units than I should have, though if you look how many people some of these guys took out. But then again, they are only Skaven. Oh my god. 268 from my mage there, so that's just how much devastating that spell was. And as I've said before, the spells are much better in this Total War than they were in than they were in Warhammer 1 Total War. So it's far better. I'm actually quite looking forward to playing with Teclis or with Mazamundi, where they've got some huge magic. I've been playing High Elves in my other campaign. I'm actually being quite melee focused, though even there the mages do have some good fun spells. Though I'm enjoying this guy so much more. Now, what sort of mage is he? He's a light mage? Heavens. Sorry, he's a mage of heavens, so I'm really enjoying his sort of skill set, especially that wind spell. It's just so fun against the rats. We didn't kill Kroq though. Again, guys, sorry about my loading times. They do take a while on this PC. We should almost be done. And the other thing about Skaven, though, is you can see how big their army is compared to mine. I deployed half what they did, and yet most of their units are still at half strength. So I could go for XP, but I want to get my units back up because I did finish him off. I wasn't sure if I would, but I want to just be able to keep this fighting. A rat spawn sacrifice. Now we're going to move on Slackland and investigate those ruins, which well, they're going to be a Skaven city. I'm not even going to pretend not. Right, let's just get my buildings going up. And this guy has leveled up. Again, I'm going to push down the damage route straight away here. I'm actually going to move him up to Golden Tower because that's probably where I'm going to need a bit more support. How's this place doing now? It's only -2 a turn. That is going to get better as time goes on, so I'm okay. I'm happy with this place now. So let's end turn and then let's move on the Skaven. I should have moved him beforehand. I keep forgetting to do that. Right, I'm going to go for Arabian Arms again because this gives me the buff in combat. I think I'm saying no, Mr. Queek. As time gets on, I'm going to start getting a lot more happening these turns. Again, I'm not signing a non-aggression pact with you, because I'm probably going to want to go to war with you. Do apologise, I probably guessed I dropped something. Seems to be a good little battle going on in this valley. Set of battles going on in this valley. It's just constant war all the way up and down this valley here, between the orcs and the dwarfs, and now the wood elves. Having a good three-way war in there. Ooh. One shot. Your Slan Mage Priest researchers reveal the whereabouts of a distant but accessible plaque recording a ritual usable once, which will powerfully defend your greatest Saurus-Scar veteran against agents of the ancient enemy. Is it worth sending an expedition especially to retrieve this one-off advantage? Well, that's good. That's quite a long time, quite a lot of buffs. It's 2,000, which, to be fair, I've got the money at the moment, so I'm going to go for that. Alright, oh, we've got a couple of level ups here. And to get Wind Blast, so I can actually use the overcharged variant of that. And again, we are pushing straight down the melee damage route to make him do as much damage as possible. And let's go and investigate these very unsubtle ruins. Okay, so we've got another siege here. I'm going to take my time this time to actually build up my siege equipment, unlike last time where I rushed it without, because I don't need to worry. And this will finish these guys off. So let's up this city. Can I do any more building at the moment? I'm going to get public order one here. I don't think they quite understand Confederate or die. How is their power compared to me? Their power is small compared to me. Is there anyone else I can trade with at the moment? Not really. I really should. I'm going to send him down once he's done here. I'm going to send him down to find Mazamundi, and then I'm probably going to go around to find Teclis and a few other people that way. Oh, let's see what the dwarfs are doing here in this nice ongoing war. Okay, so we've got another city which is leveled up. Let's get my main city going up, and let's get our food up. I think that's it for my buildings. I need to wait another turn on that siege. And I do have my guy up here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to pull him straight over here towards Mazamundi. Oh, we do have a shipwreck. No, I want to go straight. I want to find Mazamundi as quickly as I can. So he starts around here. So I'm going to push straight there. See anything on the way, I will go. Oh, he's going that way anyway, so we may as well go for that third cargo on the way. And there's something else right next to it we can go for. Right, that is the end of this turn, and then next turn we will go and invade that Skaven ruin, that Skaven city, and I believe that will finish off Clan Moors, which will, I think, deal with the Skaven threat in this continent. I can't remember which this continent is called in this game, but there are definitely a lot more Skaven over in Lustria to deal with as well, so at some point, if I make friends with the guys above me, I might have to go and mount an expedition to form myself a nice colony over there to deal with the Skaven. Okay, so that gets the tech gets me a bit more leadership, and now we're going to the next one, which is giving me sequence of marching, so more campaign movement, which is always useful. I need to start looking into some other buildings to get built up soon. Right. So this guy needs to move. Let's get these two things, which hopefully I'll get myself a nice little buff before the battle. Again, such a good thing having one of these guys running around, because... Oh, wow. Don't really need that because of the charge and the unbreakable. I've already got good. 10,000. Which again, just goes to show why it's so good having one of these guys just wandering around in the sea picking things up, because it's helped my economy no end. And again, let's push these out to get my economy up. I'll tell you what, I have a much better economy with the Lizardmen than I do on my High Elf campaign. Let's do a cheeky save just in case I mess this up somehow, and let us have a battle. It isn't quite a foregone conclusion. Well, I don't think I'm going to lose it. Oh, we've got Alchemy Spark again, so I'm having to deal with a Alchemy Spark here. Who I believe is a grey seer, which might hurt. So he will have that warp lightning ability, which was really hurting me in my last siege. So I want to try and micro myself a bit better there, so I don't take as much damage from it. Best way of doing that: getting over the walls, killing him fast. I'm not even going to be subtle here. I'm going to go straight for the central gate. I don't actually want spearmen on them. I'm going to put my blessed warriors on these, because actually... Where have we gone? My blessed warriors will do a lot more damage when they get up onto the wall. So when they get up onto the wall, they will do a lot more damage with that, which will actually be far more useful for me in clearing the initial bit of wall. And then I can push these guys up after them, and obviously we'll get my skinks forward as well. And that's enough magic to start with. Let's get myself going. Get my skinks moving forward to take a bit of flak. I'm not that fussed if I lose some of them. Just started moving my troops up so that they're there ready to go when everything does need to go. Again, I want to watch that warp lightning going off. These guys can stay back a bit, as can my Kroq-Gars. They are shooting at my cold ones, which is a little bit annoying. And again, they seem to do this. They seem to drop their menace from below outside the gates, which is really annoying, because last time, as you saw if you were watching my thing, it bugged my gate, which actually stopped me from doing and from being able to attack as easily. Let's chuck a comet down there. Trying to move out of the way. And that's a nice hit on that unit. I'm going to try and pop chain lightning in behind them as well. And let's get second units. I'm going to just pause a sec, be a little lame here. And second units into both of these. The other two guys I'm going to start popping up on ladders, so he's going in. I'm going to get him going up on a ladder. My two spears can be ready to go through the gate. Pull him back while I'm getting the magic. These guys can move forward as well. We have some clan rats. Oh, they've just spawned some clan rats. This is a menace from below, I believe, so let's get some of my guys in on them. Not seen chain lightning yet, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. Chain lightning, the warp lightning. Right, let's overcharge this. I don't have a magic to overcharge yet. So slam that over the gate. They're already breaking on those walls. No, let's cancel that. Ah, that was a waste. I somehow managed to cast it in an odd angle. I think we have this. Keep pushing these guys forwards. The gate is down, so let's push my guys through. Right, let's use the arcane conduit to help buff my magic. Right, let's keep pushing forwards. Oh, something buff from there. Let's pop a wind spell down over them. That didn't do much actually, but my guys are getting in, so this should, even if they're buffed. What is that buff? Oh, it's gone now. Don't think they're going to hold for long. Right now, the biggest issue is getting my people through the gates. And they're buffing everybody up again. I'm not that fussed because they're already running. I don't know what the spell is. Let's throw a fireball at him. And let's just keep pushing. Send a couple units to deal with these, while everyone else pushes through. It seems to be a bit bogged down fighting all of these guys. thing, whilst Skaven do break, they do come back very quickly, a bit like orcs. So you will fight them, they will break, they will turn, they will come back, they will break, they will turn, they will come back. So they are very good at starting kiting you out and about. I'm getting a bit low on magic here, so I don't really need it anymore. And this seems to be a chain route. He's not been... Yeah, he is a Grey Seer, so he's probably got some nice spells, but he's not really been using anything major yet. But at this point, I don't think there's much he can do. Let's get some lords on him. Is he actually going to stay there? Oh! I'm even going to get my mage on him. And my Kroq-Gars and my Cold-Ones. And if I had all of these guys can jump onto him. So I break him, they are probably going to go. Not that they're going to last much longer anyway. So obviously just buffing up my guys a little bit. They are all starting to break and be completely broken. So I believe that is it. So a relatively simple battle. Let's just throw out another fireball before we go on. Oh! And we will end this one here, guys. So again, thank you very much for watching. We've gone a bit over my 30 minutes because of that battle. Again, I am very new to this, so any feedback is more than welcome. That was part 7. I will be doing part 8 soon. I am likely to be quite busy this week, so some of the later parts might have a little bit of a gap in, but I will try and keep them coming out at least one a day if I can, guys. So again, thank you very much for your time, and thank you for watching. I'm going to occupy the city now and comment on the fact that the load screen is quick when I'm not paying attention to it like that. And yep, I'm now better at laying sieges. So next time, we're going to work out if we're going to invade up here or we're going to put an expeditionary force over to the other coast. Thank you again for watching.